Well, nothing like starting the day with one of the most monumental pieces written in Western music. So, congratulations. Really, this is the most performed symphonic movement in all the orchestra literature. So to be able to experience that is pretty cool. I really like the seating here. This is my preferred seating, but with one exception, and that's I just want to share. So basses, I would have you here, and then right here, and then that way the basses and the cellos link right in. I mean, you've got winds and things over here, but if we go here, and then I'll start them right about the same distance, but over on the left side. So you might experiment with that just to see, because that'll give you a little more of that connection, so you can hear the octave. You know, we call it double bass for a reason. In repertoire like this, the bass line is doubled between the cello and the bass part. The bass is an octave below. That way we get that in the same place. You are actually on timpani, a part of the cello bass section. So as you're adding timbre, make sure that timbre complements the lows that you're hearing. It's very different than a wind ensemble piece, 20th century, where you're going to have a different kind of sound coming that's going to be really much more. It's beautiful playing. I would just say go for color more than volume, for example, and that would be super helpful. Would you start at the very beginning with us? And I would like you, because this is so fantastic. You had it was an incredible start. 2 minutes. Incredible start. Just go, give them. Just that same gesture you gave the second time. It's our little secret. Just respond. You'll see it. You'll do it. It's the very beginning. Whoa, that was it. You see that? No, you got it. You got it. It was fantastic. His gestures were so clear for you. So I'm just going to encourage you, never make your conductor have to do more than one thing. I mean, just one and go, and just like that is fantastic. So a really great start. There's a rule in strings that I call, it's a principle. I call it the 1-inch rule. It would serve you well. You need to be in the bow. Can I just hold your bow for a second? You need to be in the bow within 1 inch of, help me with your name, with wherever Christina is. So if she's here, you need to be within 1 inch of here. We have a bit of a musical argument going on, I call it, because some of us are kind of here, and some of us are kind of here, and those are like 3 different instruments. So the more you can get to one instrument and get that instrument on the bow within 1 inch, then the articulation will follow. We can continue to develop our spiccato stroke here, and when you do your spiccato stroke, you get that brush stroke going. Start it from the string, so it's together every time, all right? Some really nice wind solo playing going on, so congratulations for that. Wow, it's kind of a whirlwind here trying to catch so many things in such a short time, but I just want to continue to develop the foundations of technique, because in a piece like this it'll serve you so well. I mean, you're continuing always lifetime. We're working on our right hand strength, we're working on our breast support winds. The more we do that, the more the pitch will keep centering in, and then we can get those articulation things to match too. So congratulations today. So glad I got to hear this great repertoire by you. Good work.
Thank you for being so quiet. We're not like actually starting yet, but we're gonna. That was it. Okay, good. We're good to go. Okay. Thank you for coming back early. We appreciate that.
Welcome to the 2019 Suburban East Conference Music Festival. Please remember that audience members must stay in their seats until after the clinician has finished working with the performing ensemble. We also remind you to remain quiet and refrain from using electronic devices and flash photography during the session. Our clinician this year is Dr. Jonathan Tallberg, Director of Choral, Vocal, and Opera Studies at the Bob Cole Conservatory at California State University, Long Beach. Please welcome the Forest Lake Area High School Cantori under the direction of John Guidry.
As has been the custom, we will not be performing the first selection of our four, so we're starting with number 2, Elijah Rock.
Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock coming up, Lord.
Sings a lyre and a conjure too.
If you don't mind out, he'll conjure you.
If I could, I surely would just stand on the rock where Moses stood. Rock and Elijah rock.
Shout, shout about.
Elijah, Elijah, Elijah rock.
We're gonna shout, shout.
Rock and Elijah rock.
Elijah Rock
screen we seldom check to see if our pathway through this verdant scene leads towards harmony.
Then danger shakes.
Then danger shakes. To the sky. New lives, new lands, new paths to fly. Listen to her reply. Live your life, says she, with keen respect for your brothers of the earth. To be truly free, you must protect them with majesty and worth.
The ocean and air.
The ocean and air.
Well, thank you. I'm going to start talking here because I know we don't have very much time. I really appreciated that you took 3 different kinds of vowel colors because you did 3 very different kinds of pieces. And I know that that's hard. It's hard to change for each piece, but it was appreciated and noticed. So congratulations for that, and thank you for your work. With the time that we have left, which isn't very much, let's just start with Big Sky. And I'm wondering, I like this, the kind of the twang, a little bit of cowboy twang. Can you just free your bodies up a little bit and let that just sing? Just let it sing. Don't worry about it. Sing to the back wall. I know it says mezzo forte. That means really comfortable singing. Right where it starts. 1, 2, and.
When the way is clear and sunlight shines, we pursue our way.
What if I told you that blend doesn't matter on this song? Try it. 1, 2, and.
When the way is clear and sunlight shines, we pursue our way. With nary a fear, we follow straight lines, day after blinding day.
But the path gets blocked.
Check it out. My take is if you're going to go for it on this one. Just go for it. There's a couple, it's a little bright in some places, sopranos, at this, so you might want to just use a little bit more height in that vowel. But I like that. To my ears, for this, it's great. Now let's talk about Elijah Rock. Great work. Your dynamics in Elijah were really fun, really, really fun. What I want you to think about is that all popular music, whether it's hip-hop or jazz or rock and roll, all popular music tends to have a backbeat, right? 1. Can you put it right in that pocket for me? 1, 2, or 1, 2, You feel how you want to come in early there? Don't. 1, 2, or 1, 2. Figure shots aren't quite together. It's because we haven't been consistently feeling 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right where the tenors come in? 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. my ears, when I do spiritual, I tend to minimize final consonants. So I'd sing, Elijah Rock, shout, shout, instead of shout, shout. We sound a little too Minnesota with a hard T on the end. And actually, I said that to my students at Cal State Long Beach. I'm like, okay, guys, it's a little Minnesota. I need it to be a little bit more Georgia, which is Elijah Rock, shout, shout. You know what I mean? Right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, and.
Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout.
There you go.
Elijah Rock.
Did you guys hear how the tone shake? As soon as I said shake out, now went like this, the tone totally changed, right? Did you feel that? That's got to be freer. Don't lock your knees. Can you relax those knees? Good. Now, whose job is it to keep the tempo in this piece? Whose job is it? You are 1/4 right if you are saying bases. You're 25% accurate. It's everybody's job to keep the tempo, right? So we've got to work harder as a group. We've got to work harder as a group to maintain tempo. So, women, will you step down 2 rows? 2 rows. That's right. Turn around and face the bases. Turn around and face the tenors. 1. Same place. 1, 2. 1, 2, and.
Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming up, Lord. Shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming up, Lord. Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah Rock, coming up, Lord. Sings a choir and a concert too.
If you don't mind out here, can't you?
If I could,
Don't rush that.
just stand on the rock where Moses stood. Rockin' Elijah Rock, shout, shout. Elijah, Elijah, Elijah Rock. We're gonna shout, shout. Elijah Rock, Elijah Rock coming up. Elijah Rock coming
Good.
up. Elijah Rock.
Now, there you turn around. So let me ask you, do you feel a difference in that group? I do too. And you'll notice that we're just holding our tempo exactly. Rhythm does not come easily for one person, and it certainly doesn't come easy for 50 people. You know what I mean? So the great thing is we've all grown up listening to rock and roll, listening to jazz, listening to hip hop, whatever you listen to that's got a steady beat. That steady beat is so important on this stuff. Good. Let's take a quick look at Sweetest Love. I don't know this piece. I always get excited when I get to hear a new piece at a festival. It makes me happy. So thank you for introducing this to me. In this particular piece of music, the text setting is not always indicative of spoken text stress. Does that make sense to you guys? So for example, we say, the weariness of thee, if we were to speak John Donne's poem. But this is set, for weariness of thee. Well, we can't sing it that way. You understand what I'm saying? Say weariness.
Weariness.
Say for weariness of thee.
For weariness of thee.
Say for weariness of thee.
For weariness of thee.
Say for weariness of time running out.
For weariness of time running out.
Good. So for weariness of thee.
For weariness of thee.
You all know where I am? Okay, let's sing for weariness of thee. Again, forgive me, I'm sorry. Yeah. They'll get it now? Now they know we're there?
Yeah.
3, 4, 1.
For weariness of thee.
What's the most important syllable? We just said it 4 times. For weariness, right? What I'm still hearing is, for weariness of... Ness is not important. Right here. 3, 4, 1.
For weariness of thee. Nor in hope the world can show a fitter love.
Good. Say a fitter love.
A fitter love.
What's the least important syllable there? The least important. Exactly. It's not pretty and it's not important. Let me hear that. Your hands right on it. 1 and 2 and.
A
even more fit. And now just make it legato. And oh yeah, you feel that? That was beautiful text stress. Just beautiful text stress. Really? Okay, I'm having so much fun with you guys. Thank you for playing with me. What a joy it is to hear you sing. Have a great day.
So, super quick fun story. Dr. Martin, you know what we're all playing, and it says we're playing 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th movements. So let's do it. Have fun. Once again, welcome to the 2019 Suburban East Conference Music Festival. Please remember that audience members must stay in their seats until after the clinician has finished working with the performing ensemble. We also remind you to remain quiet and refrain from using electronic devices and flash photography during the session. Our clinician this year is Dr. Timothy Marr from St. Olaf College. And we would like to welcome the Forest Lake Area High School Symphonic Winds under the direction of Mr. Barry Zumwald.
Well, congratulations to you all for taking on one of the core pieces in the band's repertoire. It's very challenging work. People think that it's easy. It is not, right? All sorts of challenge going on in here. I only have a couple minutes with you, and what I'd like to indicate here, the last thing I wrote is that the main area of focus for you as you move forward would be intonation. Does that make sense? You're producing nice tones, and the blend is really pretty good and so on, but every once in a while it's like, wow, they're not really listening to each other very well, okay? And so it's really staying in that moment and understanding that it's your responsibility to be in that moment and be in tune as best you can. I've talked to the select band about this as well. Intonation is like playing hide and seek. You hide yourself in the sound of the people around you. I played a duet with, I sat second chair trombone, God's instrument, and there was a solo in a piece, and all on tour, I was playing along with them, and the wife of the conductor said, I finally was high enough and I could see that you were playing along with them, and I could have been mad that, well, she never noticed me before, but actually that's the best compliment in the world. I was so in tune with the other person that it sounded like one. That's what we're going for. And so your ears are up like this, and the sooner you can get yourself out of the reading of the music, trusting yourself to take your awareness out a little bit more, the more you're going to hear, the more you're going to be able to understand. In the percussion section, this is just a general thing. Whenever you have a shell over you like that, was that sort of like a bass drum concerto? Do you notice that? It's just, it's tough when you're in this kind of situation. You don't get to practice on your instruments or anything. It's just like, go. But you have to know, oh, okay, I see I got a shell over me. I better hold it down just a little bit. And then the last thing is ta, 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 ta. Rather than a big sort of capital T kind of thing like that, relax on the beginning of it and try to get the heart of the sound to come out a little bit more. And it the chords will start making more sense. The music in that movement will make more sense. Congratulations on taking this on. It's a piece that needs to be happening every generation and every band program. It's great music. Well done. I wish I had more time with you.